Case Study 0023. Hansel and Gretel with comic Nate Todd. Teen siblings are enslaved by a psychotic recluse within her gruesome house of horrors in the woods. Oh. So Nate, how are you doing?
Tressa.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it straight up.
Yeah, please.
I fucking loved this movie so much.
This movie was kind of great.
It was kind of great.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was stupid and ridiculous, but that's why it was great, I think.
Oh yeah, I felt like the production value.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't look up budget, but $100K? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't look that up.
No, but from going from, Aquarium of the Dead to, what was the other one? The 2012 movie Demo.
Oh, Doomsday 2012.
Yeah. Yes. From those two to that, I was like, okay, someone got a Brazilian butt lift. Asylum. The Asylum.
Yes.
I thought it was so great. And I learned something today.
What's that?
I learned it this morning whilst sending you the IMDb link. Which, okay, the reason why I sent you that is because it took me so long to find the IMDb account. I actually had to do it on the computer internet versus the IMDb app.
Because there's 50 Hansel and Gretel movies.
Oh yeah, and a few Gretel and Hansels.
Yep.
And there's one where they're stoned the whole time.
Of course.
And it has someone famous in it. It's
Seth Green. Sounds like a Seth Green movie.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I sent it to you. It's because I was like, I don't know where else I'm going to find this, so I'm going to send it to you. But there's a sequel.
Yep. There definitely is.
I need to come back so we can do the sequel.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking that today.
Yes.
After finishing it, I was like, well, of course. Of course. And we need to talk about this even further.
Yes. Genuine excitement when I saw that.
Yes.
I was like, oh, God, if Teresa does this with someone else, I will die in my sleep. I will cease to exist.
You keep picking movies that have sequels and prequels to them. So
oh, true. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I think it's just me inadvertently showing you that I just need to keep on coming on to this podcast.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm doing well. I was I was pleased with this film.
Well, let's get into this film then.
Yes.
We start off with some rando cuffed up or something, and she's escaping. Yeah. Escaping, terrified. I was confused because there's one shot where she's tearing wood off of a window.
Yes.
And you can clearly see someone walking up behind her, but they don't do anything. They just let her leave. I don't know. I don't know if it was we were supposed to see that or not. So then she escapes, but then she doesn't because she falls in a wacky trap that's just a hole in the ground of the forest.
As they are.
Yes. And we get a beautiful shot of a broken bone sticking out of her leg.
That was a little very gory, this one.
Yes, it was very gory and almost convincingly so.
Yeah. I noted her laughing and screaming while running. If you're escaping something, I would be quiet as hell. But
right.
She was literally laugh screaming the whole
she was excited to be gone.
Yeah, but also scared because she wasn't gone yet.
I have confusing emotions right now, and I must express them.
And okay. This isn't me that said this.
Okay.
What I'm about to say. So last night I had a gentleman over for date 2, and I was like, "Hey, listen, we got to watch this movie. What are your thoughts on super amazing bad horror movies?" And he's like, "I'm actually pretty into them." I'm like, "Great, because I have this podcast tomorrow, so I need to watch this. And if you want to hang out, you have to watch it with me."
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And he probably tried to Netflix and chill a little bit, and I was like, "No, stop! I am watching this film. I have to take notes." And he's Jewish, and while watching it in the opening scene, he's like, "As a Jew, this makes me very uneasy."
Oh no!
I'm like, "Oh God!" But I didn't say it. He did.
I mean, understandable, but it's also the original story of Hansel and Gretel.
Exactly,
So it
yeah.
wasn't a reference to anything horrific that happened in the 40s.
Exactly. I think he just wanted to make something about him.
Yeah, that sounds like someone you would date.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, I wrote a note. I'm like into this opening scene.
Yeah.
Like it was.
You know, it tells us the story of what the fuck is happening.
Yes.
We don't have to guess of what's going to happen for the rest of the movie, and I love it. We just went right in head first. Great.
You know how commercial actors, or maybe even like character actors, but mainly like commercial actors like Flo, just kind of do this one role for the rest of their life, their career, and they make like tons of money.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought of this on the spot. I would love to have a career where I just play person who dies in opening scenes of horror movies.
You're like the Drew Barrymore of every movie.
Yeah. What if Drew Barrymore's career after that was like she's just the girl, the scream queen that dies first?
I love that. It's a rom-com. There's no reason for this, but that's still my role.
Yeah. Well, this time she's the mom that dies that makes Ben Affleck a single dad. So
It's unnecessarily gory.
Then goes to Hallmark.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we get like this overhead shot of this stupid little town that I hate these stupid little towns because they're so fucking quaint.
Yeah.
And they're playing the most egregious Buddy Holly-esque music that I hate so much, especially when it's fake, especially when it's public domain fake. It's just like, I know you paid nothing for this song and it's obvious.
It shows, yeah. Something I noticed, maybe you can confirm.
Yeah.
I think I saw Colorado license plates for the town. That made me a little like, oh, yay, my hometown, my home state.
Did they ever say it was Colorado? Because they were
didn't.
like, it was a fake out because I think they were between Pennsylvania and New York City.
Okay. Halfway through the movie, I think I did see a New York plate. But at the beginning, I thought I saw like the Green Mountain, which is like Colorado plate.
I mean, I don't have an eye for that sort of thing, so I'm sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, music, honestly, didn't notice, but
I noticed because that's my least favorite genre. Made for TV doo-wop. I hate it so much. So then we get a close-up. We're walking into the gingerbread house. Wink.
Wink. We love a women-owned business.
Oh, we love it.
Great.
We love that the owner is named Lilith. God damn it. Why did they have to do that to Lilith again? She was just like, what?
Wait, is Lilith like a thing? Or
Oh, yes. Lilith in the Bible was like the original like evil woman.
Okay.
And it
wow.
was basically just because she was like, hey, could you not rape me? And they were like, fuck you, you're evil.
Wow. Things haven't changed.
Nope.
Wow, they're just naming her. Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
The word gross is all over my notes. And not like, ew, that's gross, but like, that's the choice you made? Gross.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we get to, we're in the gingerbread house. Gretel, who works there, it's like a cafe or something.
Yeah.
She has a book out. This made me laugh so hard. Some sheriff and a deputy comes in and they're like, hey, ladies, what's going on? Oh, you got a book, I see? And Gretel's like, yeah, it's a book about Europe. I'm like taking notes of where I want to go. Do you want to hear what was in her notes of things she had to try and remember of where to go in Europe?
I would love to because I didn't even notice this.
Oh my God, it was brilliant. So these are the notes she took so she wouldn't forget the landmarks of Europe. The Colosseum, Sistine Chapel, Eiffel Tower,
Wow.
Berlin Wall, and the Vatican.
Okay. All right. A 3-day weekend.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. And did she not know these places existed before she read that book? Or is she just not sure she would remember they existed?
Did she just get like a textbook about Europe and just write down the names of the 4 pictures on the cover?
Oh, no. It was a blank cover and she just had a Post-it note on the cover to remind her.
There you go.
I love it. I love it so much.
Also, I actually enjoyed the cops.
Love the cops. Love the cops.
Great at their job.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Not great at their job.
Great at their job, like good intentions at their job.
Small town cop who doesn't understand the gravity of what's happening in their little town.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give him that.
Yeah. Oh, and the part where it's such a small town, and we'll find more points or examples as we discuss. This town, it has 8 people tops in it. Because boy, do they just know everything about each other. Where Lady Lilith is like, would you like a candy? And the cop's like, no. I even wrote this down in my notes. He goes, no, I'm on a diet. Like, you know that. Never in Chicago.
No, men aren't supposed to go on diets.
I wrote that out. Not my favorite quote, but I wrote that one down.
Of course. She sells world famous meat pies, which just the idea is disgusting.
Yep.
And the sheriff loves them.
Oh, he loves them.
He loves them. And also, this part is where we start to learn that everybody in this movie eats pot pies from the middle out, and that infuriated me for no reason whatsoever.
Gosh. I've never put that together, but that if someone did that, I would be like, you're a psychopath.
Thank you.
Like if you ate a cinnamon roll
from the middle out, no
way,
that is not how things work ever.
No, this isn't a muffin top you pull off.
No.
Oh my god,
fucking psychos.
Yeah.
All right, they're closing up, and Gretel's like, oh, thanks so much for letting me use the bakery for this important family meeting with my dad because we couldn't afford to get another location.
Like the home that we live in.
Right. They sit down for a dinner, which was Gretel's not eating, Dad gets pasta, and Dad's girlfriend gets vegetables. Just like raw vegetables. That looks like a delicious meal, if you ask me.
I feel like they're trying to perpetuate. They're trying to do some sort of metaphor.
Because girls go on diet and boys don't.
Men do not go on diets. Everyone knows that. Or men aren't supposed to go.
Right. So they're like, where's your brother? He's probably still in Pakistan. And that, come the fuck on.
Oh my God.
I hated it so much because he's just a gamer playing in Pakistan. Can you believe that reveal?
Wow. Yeah, that. And then he comes.
He gets a text. Whatever. It's so stupid.
I know. I saw the skateboard and I was like, I hate this guy already.
They're playing pop punk from like 95. Yeah, do it.
I will say though, Hansel, pretty fucking hot. Like that actor, I was like, I'm about it.
Yeah.
You know, we
super
stand.
Hot.
Yeah, super hot.
He's got a pretty decent career outside of this movie too.
Yeah.
He's in NCIS. That's all I remember.
I mean, that's pretty good.
No, it is, but that's all I remember.
I saw his IMDb page. That's how I discovered the sequel. Because the actress that plays Gretel is not in the sequel. I know. They have a different brunette white girl playing her. Yeah.
That is upsetting.
It's
how
very
do you
upsetting.
do a sequel with not the same actors?
I know. And like actors who don't do sequels are literally only Meryl Streep.
Thank you.
This is The Asylum. Do the fucking sequel.
Thank you. She's got something better to do?
Right?
No.
Watch me find out she like is dead.
That's why. She cursed herself.
Yeah. He seems like a good actor. And then he comes to the dinner and he's like, Pakistan was nuts.
Bro, you would not believe. So they sit the kids down for the big news, and it's very obvious before I knew anything about any of the characters that the big news is Ruby and Dad are getting married.
And they're not happy about it.
No, Hansel fucking hates it because he has to get an apartment or move out or something.
What about my man cave?
Oh my God, gross.
Okay, I will say, this is like my first note.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually watching it. I made it my first note. And I said, this movie has everything I love in a film. A woman-owned business, torture porn, and an empathetic stepmom who knows her place in a family.
Oh, she did.
She was,
her
I was like, good
was
for
fantastic.
Yeah, like work.
Yes,
like,
thank you.
Go off, Latrice or whatever.
Ruby.
Okay.
I really like the name Ruby. And then they made fun of the name Ruby. And I was like, fuck you. Your name is Hansel. Fuck you. And then this is one of my favorite lines comes up in this scene because Hansel's super pissed off and upset. And their dad says, you're big kids now, not adults. You're big kids. Are they moving on to like pull-ups? That's not something people say.
Like, I think the only people who say big kids are like kids who think that they're big kids.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And also, can we just talk about the fact that they named their kids Hansel and Gretel? I mean, this is a pretty well-known story. They should have known better.
As much as I hate this statement, I have to say it. They were asking for it.
Thank you.
Like, you're going to name your kids Hansel and Gretel and
not expect this to happen?
Yeah.
It's like a guarantee.
Come on.
It's
like naming your child Andre and he's gay. You know.
Is that what happens?
I just have only met gay Andres. Sorry to all the straight Andre listeners.
They don't exist.
Okay.
So Hansel runs off because he's a very upset big kid. And he goes into the woods. God damn. He goes into the woods and he steps on a bear trap, I guess. It's like it's got cloth wound all around it as if that's supposed to, I don't know why. It's like, are you trying to make sure it doesn't get dirty? Are you trying to make it soften the blow? Because there's no reason for cloth on a bear trap.
I felt like it did make it look scarier for some reason.
Because it had blood all over it. That's probably why.
Yeah, she's like, oh, the blood will show. Make it scary, or more noticeable.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Well, not for Homeboy.
Because it's night.
Yeah.
What? The blood squirting noises from that scene.
And the gore, like you see bones.
It was nasty. Man. The blood squirting sounded like someone stepping in really soft mud. It was disgusting.
It made me cringe.
It was like bad mouth sounds, which are my least favorite things on earth. All right, so... Okay. So then Gretel is like, oh, I found you because you just called my name for the first time. And she's like, oh, I think I see a cabin up ahead. And it's like, it's like 20 feet away and you can see the lights. It's fine.
Hansel was on a 5-minute walk. Like, how do people not notice? Like, kids are missing. We have no idea where they are. Like,
right. Exactly. Also, how is this a cabin that no one has ever seen before? It's like 2 minutes into the woods. You got to see it from a street or something.
Or Lilith walking to work every day.
Oh, no, she lives in the city. This is just a family house.
That's right, family house, yeah.
Which she made it seem like it was super duper old, but that looked like it was built in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I saw the upholstery.
Yeah. And the vine murals.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so Gretel running up, or just Gretel running throughout this entire film, but like I noticed it when she was running up to Hansel, which I also love that we have the names of the characters in the film, so we're not giving them nicknames, like actually know the names of the characters, because every other silent film I watch, we're like, oh, Mickey Rourke wannabe. But the way that she runs is literally how like one would describe back in the times of less wokeness, like runs like a girl.
Like, that's fair.
Oh, man.
Arms a flailing. They get up to this weird cabin that no one's ever in their lives seen before. And luck of all luck, it's Lilith. And she starts stuffing food down Hansel's throat. And like, gross. Just gross.
Yeah.
Call an ambulance. Drive him somewhere. Gross. I don't want to see people eat at all. I don't want to hear people eat. Gross.
Are you familiar with I think it's called mukbang?
Yes.
People love that.
I know. I don't know why. It makes me angry.
It makes me crazy. It's like ASMR, but for mouth food. But like, I'm now starting to learn that ASMR is like a good thing. And it's like a form of psychiatric calmingness or something. I don't know. It's next time I come on the podcast, I'll have to do more research on it.
Is that like only for the people that feel the tingly that get the effect from it? Because when I hear ASMR, I get stabby.
When I hear ASMR, I actually want to puke. But I guess there's people that it actually calms them, and if they have some
how nice for them.
Yeah, right. Love that. But so now I'm like, okay, well maybe I shouldn't talk shit on ASMR. So now I'm gonna talk shit about mukbanging because I completely agree. And watching him eat that, and then he's like, "What kind of food is this?" And she goes, "The juiciest kind." I'm like, that means humans every single time you say that.
I wrote that down too. So gross.
Oh, man.
This is when I realized Gretel left the gingerbread house unattended, unlocked. Like she was just like, hey, Dad, I'll be right back. What's going on with the gingerbread house? Lilith, this is your business. You should be worried about this.
There's protocols in place to close down a building correctly.
I mean, at the very least, you got to lock the doors.
Yeah. When you write W-2s.
Thank you.
For other people, you got to
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Seriously.
Yeah, but
So, they're all just chatting at the dinner table. She gives him like a weird candy edible that looks like a gumball. She pulls out this antique photo that's like, what are those really old ones? Like the Tinnotype, I think they're called.
okay.
I don't remember. But they're like made with actual silver and they're old as fuck and faded and wearing like clothes from the 1800s. And Gretel says, "Is this a picture of you? How old do you fucking think Lilith is? That photo is at least 100 years old and she's an adult in that photo." But also, it was her. So,
it was her, yeah.
I mean...
plot twist, but also like shitty foreshadow. I don't know.
But also, like, how... did that not like you asked if that was her, A, which is insane, and B, that doesn't maybe make you feel like something's wrong if you see 100-year-old photo and she looks exactly the same?
Instantly I would think witch, sorceress.
Thank you. I mean, what else would you think?
That actress, by the way, got on her IMDb. She's the mom in E.T.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And in Cujo. She's
yes.
fucking awesome. And even in this movie, it was not her best performance, but she fucking ruled that role. She was great in it.
Yes. I enjoyed her acting. Why not? Why not? And she doesn't look old.
She doesn't look 150.
No.
That's for sure.
I like when she goes, when she says, "Try one of these magic candies." Like every time I've heard that, the rest of my night was not good.
Was it, or was it the best night ever?
Yeah, it was the worst morning ever. But like, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, I'm not trying to like robo trip in an old lady's home right now.
Oh, but Hansel was all about it.
Oh yeah.
He had fucking frosting covering his face like he's 5, guzzling down some edibles. He was all about it.
He did not care. They start falling asleep, as they do.
Oh, he does, because he had an edible. And then Lilith and Gretel are like, let's have some tea and chat like girls do. And they sit down. I fucking hate her house so much. It's so fucking ugly. It's so grandma's interior decorating in 1985.
But like 5 different Pinterest boards of it.
Yes, and none of them match.
Match.
Not even a cute way.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh man. If we were like basic bitches,
you're
right. We'd be like, that was definitely like a Scorpio, a Cancer, and a Sagittarius decorating together. You know, like it was just
or a man trying to decorate for an old woman.
I like that so much better.
Thank you.
You come to my house, Andy or Baron just stepped in a bear trap. You want to have tea?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
what else are you going to do?
0%. Like, I'd be like, hey, I would love to chat with you. We work together. Let's do it tomorrow. My brother is dying.
It's a bear trap, so I'm pretty sure he at least has a fracture.
And tetanus.
Oh, like, well, maybe the cloth helped that out.
Oh, maybe. So they have tea, like women do.
Yeah, that's what women do. And they're talking about her mom is dead because whatever. And she's explaining how Hansel blames their mom's death on him because she went to go get him medicine. And Lilith is like, we all have our burdens. Fuck you. You basically are saying, yeah, no, it's totally Hansel's fault.
Yeah. That's his burden. Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she goes, he needed, like the way she said medicine was weird. Like, he needed medicine. She went to get the medicine or something. Like
there was so much left out about the mom's story. I felt like there was something they were trying to insinuate, but we'll never fucking know. Like, I really wanted her to be Lilith's bestie and nobody knew about it. Oh, they could have done something with that.
Yeah, they could have had her kill her.
Yes, exactly.
Like Lilith could have been like plotting against this family.
Exactly.
Which, if you're an old witch that lives off of the souls of others, and you meet a family who named their children Hansel and Gretel, you're like, I got my passion project. Right?
Yes. What are you gonna fucking do? You know exactly what your future is.
Yes.
I'm going to murder this entire family. Done.
Obviously.
So they're having tea, but obviously Gretel is gonna have some dose tea, and she passes out. She wakes up the next day and Lilith offers her some medicine for a headache that she has from being drugged. This is when we find out every single medicine that this woman owns is in candy form.
Yeah. The way she does her medicine is like the way people that I no longer associate with that have like just peaked in life talk about like CBD oil. Where she's like, oh, here, try this. This will help your stomach. Try this. I use this for my glaucoma. I'm like, you're giving them a Jolly Rancher.
Thank you.
Like, why? This isn't like... Lilith is an anti-vaxxer. We can agree on that.
Are you kidding me? Of course she is.
She's like, no,
she makes her own... She makes her own vaccine with herbs.
With herbs, yes. Oh, absolutely.
And blood.
Yeah. When I watch these movies, or really like when I have you in mind when I consume media.
Yeah.
As you know, because I'll send you these, I kind of think of it in meme form sometimes. Like, you know, when I send the photos of like Timothée Chalamet and Tilda Swinton, and I'm like, us.
Yes.
You know?
Hands down.
So when she was like slowly but sexually like waking up in bed and Lilith is just sitting there knitting, my meme idea was like me on stage doing comedy with Tressa in the audience.
Yep, that's it, all right.
That was it.
Lilith is like, oh, the neighbor took Hansel to the hospital. He's fine. He's not at the hospital at all.
Oh, no.
And we cut to him in like the dungeon place with Jane. We find out her name is Jane.
Yeah.
Who is, she's very much a young Bridget Fonda to me.
I don't think I know who Bridget Fonda is. Is she related to Jane Fonda?
You're so young.
I can look her up on my phone.
Yeah, she's the niece of Jane Fonda. She's Peter
fun.
Fonda's daughter, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And Jane's like, you don't have to be scared. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure you do have to be scared because everyone here dies.
Yeah, if they're like, you don't be scared. I'm like, we're chained in a basement. Oh, okay, I see it. Jane, the unsung hero really of the basement.
Oh, absolutely.
Deserved better, but I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She was... Rip Jane.
Mm-hmm.
One of the lackeys comes in with a huge platter full of baked goods, and some of the dudes are just like, oh, fuck yeah, we get food. And I'm not going to lie, with the exception of those weird-ass Walgreen cookies that have frosting on them, the rest of that platter looked dope.
Yeah. Yes, it did. It looked like a pride flag that I would eat.
All the colors, all sugar, yum.
And the other dude, the other prisoner, also hot. I'll say it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I empathize with him a lot because he's like, this is just our reality now. We're going to get fat and then we're going to die. So, but at least we get candy.
He's like, I'm going to at least enjoy this.
Yeah. Like, what other kidnap film aside from Hansel and Gretel where they get like really good food?
Right. They would not do that in Saw.
Oh, no.
They would not do that in Jeepers Creepers.
No. They would not do that in Silence of the Lambs.
Nope, they wouldn't.
No.
I had to think about it. Nope. No. Just lotion.
Just lotion.
Okay, so they start explaining to Hansel what's going on from what little they know. And the one dude, does he have a name or am I going to just keep calling him the one dude?
The one that like is all about eating?
Yeah.
I don't know why the first name in my head that came up was Andy, but that might be a little too close to home. So let's just call him like, what does he look like? Wow, we're really, really thinking about this.
Yeah, like maybe too much, but I still want
Aaron?
Aaron? Yeah, no, I could see Aaron.
Yeah.
In my head, it was spelled like the girl's name, and I couldn't go with it. But then I
let's do Aaron with a Y. What?
Done.
Aaron with a Y. All right.
So they're explaining what happens to everyone that goes in this dungeon place. He's like, "We're the meat. Die! Everyone gets it. Come on."
And so wait, is it Jane that got the pole shoved up her butt, or is this the other girl?
Other girl.
Okay.
Did they do that? I thought it was just in her side.
Oh, I thought it was like her butt.
No, okay, first off.
Because it came out her head. I mean, if you're cooking like a pig, it goes.
Okay, I didn't see it come out of her mouth. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, but I didn't see that.
That's why I called this movie torture porn.
I'm going to pretend like my version is right because I don't want that to be in this movie.
I accept.
Thank you.
Because I mean, it made me uneasy. Not gonna like, did not like it.
Yeah, really? Huh? That's
I wonder
weird.
why. Yeah. Oh, thank God. My therapist will be so thrilled to hear that.
So many mouth noises in that scene. We go up to Lilith's room, and this is when the reveal, I like to call things reveals, even though they're not really reveals at all. The reveal of her house, that stupid staircase with the stupid vine mural going up the stairs, that is the house from Doomsday 2012.
I saw that, and I was like the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio pointing.
Absolutely.
And what's weird is you've talked about that staircase before. Like it's in other films, I feel like.
That's possible. I
feel
don't
like
remember,
you've said something.
But it's very possible.
That's how you know it's all in the same universe. It's the staircase.
Yes. So after Lilith died, the very religious mom moved in, and then her daughter came to take her to Mexico.
And there we go. The big city of LA was built around the house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It moved from Pennsylvania. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Lilith decides she's going to give Gretel the bakery. She loves Gretel. She's going to be the next Lilith.
You can't blame Lilith for really seeing something in Gretel.
I mean, yeah, she's great, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you see the paperwork she gave her? It was on like sheepskin, and it had a gold like sticker on it, and it was all in calligraphy.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't legal. I'm damn sure that was not legal.
No, a notarizer would be like, no,
this is bullshit.
This is a democracy.
This is like an art project, and I'm having none of it.
Yeah. So
she's trying to get Gretel to sign the deed so she can hand it over. And she goes, it's fine. And you know what that means?
Nothing.
It's not fine is what it means.
She might as well follow up with, I just think it's funny how.
No offense, but.
No offense, but.
Something gets knocked over, a vase or something for I don't know what reason. And the next scene is Gretel sweeping up the vase, and it made me laugh so hard because it was like, this broom has not been in production since 1600.
Nope.
When she scoops it up to throw it away, she throws it in a 1700s wicker basket. Where the fuck are the waste baskets in this house?
You would think that if you could manage to get away with murdering people and serving them as food, you would have like proper like waste management disposal.
Thank you. I mean, I think that would be your top priority.
Absolutely. I love when blood just like drips and then signs.
I know, that's so convenient because you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You just let it drop and there it goes.
Yeah, a non-consensual signature because your blood felt like.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, been there. Oof.
So as she's cleaning up this glass, she's like, oh, wow, this chest looks weird. I don't know. Oh, she finds a fingernail, a press-on nail.
Yes.
Which automatically means there's something weird about this chest, which, okay.
She's not wrong.
She was not wrong, but also, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And she opens it up, and it leads to a staircase, which, fuck yeah, I want that for my house. I want secret staircase. It was awesome.
That would be legit. Did you ever go like here or go to like Meow Wolf?
No, but I always wanted to, and I just kept forgetting or whatever.
It's pretty sick. They had have one in Santa Fe. No, they have one in Denver and I think Las Vegas. But they you open up a fridge and it's like a hallway.
Yes.
Hands down.
I'm all about the hidden entrance.
Oh yeah. So wait, was the fingernail from the lady in the opening scene?
I don't think so.
Okay.
She did tear off her fingernail trying to get those wood boards off, but they weren't fancy fingernails. They were just regular fingernails.
True. We didn't see her go through the trunk.
Right.
Yeah. So just the tearing of the wood. Just not good.
Don't use your fingernails to tear anything off that's nailed to anything. Why?
Rule number 1. They tell you that at the salon.
Thank you. Okay, so she finds these stairs and she's looking down the stairs and she starts yelling, Hansel, are you down there? Which, all right. Can we talk about how Lilith is like literally 10 feet away from you and you're screaming? Are you at all confused about how Lilith caught you doing that? Because it seems pretty cut and dry to me.
Her response was of surprise or of fear.
Idiot.
And then they're fighting.
They have this weird ass fight where they're Lilith blows like powder in her face, and it turns into this crazy serpent in the rainbow scene where she's like running around her and like trying to like freak her out by saying stuff behind her, and then she's in front of her. And you know what? Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate the amount of effort that took on Lilith's part.
If I'm ever in a horror kidnap film, I pray to God it's an old lady.
Fuck yeah.
Deck that bitch in the face with the broom.
You know that she is brittle as hell.
Yeah. Like
100 and something years, she's got brittle ass bones.
Yeah. Like how hard? Like she was literally holding a broom.
Thank you.
Just pow, pow.
I mean, to be fair, it was made out of like hay, but fine.
Oh yeah, true. Well, I mean the hand.
No, you're right.
But the wood probably break, knowing the age of that.
It is a like 400-year-old broom. So there's like a scene where they go back to like the dungeon or whatever, and the only thing I could really concentrate on this scene is like, it was really nice of Lilith to give them cots to sleep on. She didn't make them sleep on the stone floor. She took care of them.
Yeah, she fed them.
Yeah.
Kept them warm.
Yep. There's lots of fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't see a bathroom, but like horror movies, you don't poop in horror movies.
In any movies ever.
Yeah, true.
So it's fine. It's fine. It's just stuff we don't see off camera.
Yeah.
The next scene, we get Ruby, the stepmom, the almost stepmom, calling the cops. And she clutches her crucifix.
The subtleness of Christianity. I was actually pleased by that. I was like, they probably had to do it. They probably have some funder or whatever, the investor or whatever. That's like, you got to show God a little bit.
A little bit.
And they did.
I think this is...
I thought it was classy.
It was. It's a journey of Christianity, if anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And every girl that I know that has a cross necklace does hold it in pensive thought. Every time.
I think the thing that surprises me the most about that is that girls that own crucifix necklaces.
Okay, true. Okay, I guess I got to date back to like when I was in my small mountain town a small town, whatever, in Colorado, where they all had crucifix. I haven't associated with them since I was 17.
I don't mean anything bad by that. It was just shocking to hear. So Dad and Ruby are talking to the deputy and the sheriff, and they're like, oh, there's been so many missing kids. We just want to get our kids back as soon as possible. And the deputy is like, don't worry about it. I'll keep my eye open. Thank you. Thank you for doing your job. Wow. That's really appreciated.
Yeah. I'm glad our tax dollars go to you.
Yes, thank you. And then the sheriff says, we'll find her. Easy as pie. Wow. Shut the fuck up.
Wow. I forgot about that one. Oh, God. And, okay, I guess I liked the cop. Also cute. A lot of cute dudes in this one. I'll say it. And hot girls. But, yeah. But I hate a cop in a film that's, like, poorly decorated. They literally just went to a costume store and they were like, cop.
But also, that car was, like, 40 years old. That cop car.
Yeah, because they don't have nice cars in the mountains.
No.
In small towns.
They can't afford them.
80s or bust,
Right. They don't have, all right, no state funding. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Lilith introduces her quote-unquote boys. And they look like third-rate professional wrestlers with a garbage theme.
Most definitely. The twins. They're twin boys.
Are they twins? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
When she was talking about the photo at the beginning, she's like, I thought she did say, this is me. These are my children.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She did.
So though Gretel was kind of rude to assume that it was her, she was correct.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Does that mean those boys are over 100 years old? Because they actually looked younger than the mom. Does that mean that she had boys and they died? Because we later find out that these boys were like kidnapped from someone she killed.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were just the boys in the photo and they stopped aging when they started participating.
Eating human flesh. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. Maybe she did kill their dad and they still were her kid. I don't know.
But I assumed that they were her twin boys.
I mean, that's fair because they're men roughly the same age.
Yeah. One looked like Snape, the skinny one. That's what me and the dude I was on a date with, we were like, that's Snape. That's what we called him throughout the movie.
Always.
And I think this is around the time. There was like a shtick that I thought would play out more from Hansel. Whenever he like stated something that he knew, he would say, I watch a lot of TV. But he only did it twice. I'm like, you got to go a third time.
Yes,
like,
it's a rule of threes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because he's like, oh, there's no nerve damage on my foot. I know this because I watch a lot of TV. Then he was like, I can pick the lock. I watch a lot of TV. I'm like,
no. Oh my God. There was a third one.
There was?
Yes. When he started dropping stones towards the end. Wait, he learned that from a teacher, but he also said something about learning it from TV.
Okay.
But there was.
Okay, thank God. Okay, Asylum, we're on good terms now.
There's a scene where Lilith is, it's lunchtime and she's got her boys and Gretel's sitting at the table. And
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Aside from, this scene was like a less disgusting scene from the movie Nothing But Trouble. Are you familiar with this movie?
Unfortunately, I'm not, but I'm open to hearing everything you have to say about it.
I hate that movie so fucking much. It is so disgusting. Dan Aykroyd plays like 50 people and they're all like in fat suits and disgusting and gross. And like there's this.
I hate movies where like Medea family gangbang or whatever.
Yeah. And that was my favorite one out of the series.
The one with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy. Like when actors play like Michael Myers that's kind of funny, you know, or like when it's like good, but like when a comedian's like, I'm gonna play every character in this film. I hate that. So, but continue. It reminded you of
I don't want to go too much into this movie, but they have like this feasting scene, and it's just like the grossest. Imagine the worst scene of someone eating. It's just like food all over your mouth, making the worst noises, and every single person is doing it, and you want to fucking vomit.
Yep.
That's not what this scene was at all, but that's what it reminded me of.
Pretty damn close, yeah.
And also in that scene, I just want to point out this amazing meat that she's giving everybody looks like she boiled in unflavored water. It looked disgusting every single time.
It truly, like, there was a part where I thought, because she's like, you need to eat like an animal. Or maybe I just thought that in my head. And I was like, is she going to chew on that and spit in her mouth? When
that would have been so good.
It down her throat in the stair or on the stairs. Oh, God.
Also, no sides. Just a big hunk of meat. Maybe a little broccoli, little potato or something. No, just a big hunk of meat. That's not a nutritious lunch.
Yeah. What are you, like a boy in college that just discovered creatine?
Thank you.
So you just eat steak? Poorly, like, come on. You own a bakery. You know how to cook food.
Thank you. Wow. Right. She cooks as for a living. She should be making sides.
Yeah. Especially if she's trying to like recruit someone to her business.
Thank you.
Take a plate out. You got to wine and dine. She was not whining. She was whining and dying. I'll be here all week.
Lilith has a great line where she just screams, "Fucking eat!" I really like that line.
Any scene where she's just screaming like a crazy lady, I was like, I love this girl.
Amen. Totally agree. And that's when I wrote, Dee Wallace is fucking fantastic. The next scene is Ruby. This made me laugh. Ruby in Hansel's room, and she's like trying to find clues. And she's like looking at a bulletin board, and on his dresser is a plate like totally filled with Keebler cookies. I don't know why, but that made me laugh so hard. Oh, he's gonna miss his cookies so much. So she finds this photo of Hansel and Gretel with their mother. Of course, it's black and white photo because it was
in the past.
Yes.
It was 2 days ago.
She goes to the dad and she's like, "Do you know where this photo was taken?" He's like, "Yeah, their mom used to take them there." No daddies allowed.
Oh, God. The amount of times I've seen that as the bio in a Grindr profile. Didn't want to bring that up. I didn't think I would, but no daddies allowed. That's ageist.
Love it.
Yeah, like Ruby truly cares about these kids of hers that are 3 years younger than her.
Yes. She is a good almost stepmom.
Yeah.
I will give her that a million times
and
over.
She deserved better.
She really did.
Yeah.
Even though she wears a pashmina with no irony. So we go back to the dungeon and Jane's like yelling at the guy that one of the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had names for them too.
We got Snape and Fat Snape, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so she slaps Fat Snape in the face, like full on open hand. It's like, wow, that was a bold choice. I'm sure you'll be fine now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not, of course, but she hands over a shiv or something to Hansel. So he's going to save the day and her while he's at it.
If you grab a shiv from your attacker, use the shiv instantly. Stab him in the face.
Yes. Oh my God. Stab him anywhere. He's not facing you.
She's like, use this. And it's like, why didn't you? He has a key. Kill him, and now we have a key.
Thank you. Yeah, so Fat Snape carries Jane off. Mm-hmm. And she's, of course, screaming, no, blah, 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 blah. And she's screaming throughout this whole thing. And Hansel says, I think they're gone. Why do you think that? She's still screaming. She's still telling them to get off of her.
They're the next room. Like, there's a wall between them. Yeah. That's it.
They're not even 2 feet apart.
Yeah.
But pretty sure they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
That's what Aaron with a Y. That was his mentality. He was like, hey, they're gone. Let's just eat this food, guys. I'm just here to get some food.
I'm going to enjoy it because, she owns a bakery, right? She knows what she's doing with these baked
she's giving this shit away for free.
They escape the room. Oh, yeah. And also Gretel's in the prison as well.
Yeah, at this point.
And they are able to get out with the shiv somehow. And Aaron's like, okay, well, peace out. I'm fucking out of here. Hansel's like, wait, we should blah, blah, blah. And Aaron's like, fuck you. Goodbye. Because he's smart. Mm-hmm. I mean, it didn't end great for him, but still, that's the way to go. Yeah.
Like his storyline after he escapes, like we get 20 seconds of screen time, 30, 45 tops. Gets shot in the back with an arrow and keeps on running. And that doesn't shoot him like here.
No.
Like on his trapezius or whatever. Like it hit a spine.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like
him running away with that arrow sticking out. That was delightful.
Yeah. That town is so small. Like the walk from the bakery to the murder house is 5 minutes. Like he should have been in a hospital by then.
Absolutely. He instead goes to some road. You could probably see that bakery from that cabin.
Oh, yeah.
It was a short walk. God damn it.
But yeah, so then the girl that gets skewered, she's dead by now.
Oh, yeah, that was long ago.
Do we even know her name? Okay, yeah, she's done. All
right. Yeah, I think it's on IMDb, but I didn't catch it. Next scene, Ruby has called the deputy, and she's like, yo, I found this photo. Do you know where this is? And he's like, oh, yeah, it's this forest.
Great at his job.
And he's like, you want me to check it out? And she's like, no, I'll figure it out. You just showed him a photo of a tree. How do you just the forest and you're going to figure it out? What the fuck?
Like use your tax dollars.
Thank you. Jane's chained up. You know what? Just let's.
He lays it into her. She spits at his face and he punches her hard.
He starts using her as a punching bag at some point. It's like he's got her chained up and only punching her in the stomach, which seems like an odd choice, but you do you.
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel get to this room. It's like covered in Christmas lights because it's a basement and that's what basements have. And there's jars of like weird bloody things and a string of fingers for some reason.
Oh, God.
they're like, oh shit, he's coming, let's hide. And they like get down on the ground. And as they're like trying to be really quiet, this little container of worms spills.
The fucking container of worms.
First off, why? Second off, these freshly came from the bait shop. They still had soil on them. I don't understand why there is bait shop worms in this basement.
That moment in time, or while planning this film, they ran out their budget. And they're like, shit, we don't have gross bugs that people would actually be afraid of, like a centipede or gross spiders, but we need bugs for the scene. And someone was like, I got a 5 in my pocket, I'll just go get some fishing worms. If I'm hiding and worms are falling on my face, I wouldn't give a shit.
No,
they're worms.
Thank you. And she's freaking the fuck out. And it's like, here's the choice, woman. You can freak the fuck out and let everyone know where you are, or you can just let the fucking worms fall on you. Your choice.
And Hansel doesn't take the worms off her face until after, because at this point, thick Snape is dead because they slit his throat. Right. So it's just regular Snape. So he doesn't pull it off her face until Snape leaves. And that's when things are okay and she's safe and she can be quiet. But like, he could have just pulled them off her face. Well, Snape was like...
Well, at the same time, he like covers her mouth. How about instead of covering her mouth, you just shoo some of those worms off?
Do a little swipe. A little swipe. That part pissed me off so much. Get actual bugs.
Thank you.
Or CGI bugs.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Dad and Ruby find the tree somehow. How did they find this tree?
Because she's like, the cop knows. So now I know. Osmosis of knowledge.
Okay, we're back to the dungeon where Jane is strung up, and this is when she's getting the punching bag treatment.
Okay.
And Hansel's like, hey, I got an idea. Let's kill everybody. That's a great plan, and I totally support it. And so he goes in there, and he stabs a guy. I don't know. Something happens, and Hansel gets stabbed. But he's totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
Totally fine.
Totally fine. Like, at this point, he's got a foot basically falling off. And stabbed, like up in his pec.
Like, real close to his heart.
And that is when thick Snape dies.
You are correct.
Yeah. Okay, I got a little mixed up there.
No, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fine. He was fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Fine. Next scene. We're at the bakery. We're at the gingerbread house. And Deputy's doing like a stakeout. And he's like, he has the most excited look when he sees Lilith going to the bakery. Like, oh boy, I get to talk to her. It was cute. I just love this whole exchange.
Yes. I have so much to say about this scene.
Oh, please do.
Talking to Lilith. And Lilith's like, oh, she left this beautifully calligraphied goodbye note. And the cop goes, again, I'll say this a million times, great at his job. He goes, that's not Gretel's handwriting.
And you know how he knows that? Because he saw the list of things she's going to do in Europe.
Whoa, that is a full circle I did not take into consideration. I was just like, oh yeah, no, he just knows her handwriting. But also observant. We'll give him that.
Thank you.
But I was just like, good for you. You just recognize people's handwriting.
And recognizes that no one writes in calligraphy ever.
Yeah. No one in my life would be like, oh, that's Nate's handwriting. My best friends. Because I don't write. I had to like take notes the other day and I was like, fuck.
How do I do this?
Yeah. That's actually how, like as you get older, you start seeing things about yourself that you notice in your parents. Like, oh, I'm becoming more like my parents. Terrible handwriting. I'm like, fuck, I'm becoming my dad. I remember my dad's handwriting was the worst growing up.
Both of my parents have gorgeous handwriting, and I look illiterate when I write.
Wow. Yeah. That must be actually kind of upsetting.
It is. It's put a lot of strain on me emotionally.
Wow. Well, luckily we type a lot, so it's okay.
So true.
Yeah. But like, cop, great at his job, recognize his handwriting. And this cop looks like a cop that you'd see in a porn parody.
100%.
Yeah.
So they're talking. He's like, did you cut yourself? The thing that he sees that makes him ask that is a giant mouth bite mark on her arm. Yes, I was cleaning a glass and I just rubbed it in a way that made a big round cut on my arm. I'm so sorry you had to see that.
Yeah. And then short-lived hot cop, though.
Yeah, and this was so great. I loved this scene because he's got his back turned. And he's like, hold on, I just got to kill the sheriff real quick. And this is the message he leaves on the sheriff's phone because the sheriff is at lunch at Burger.
At Burger, yeah. That's what the bag said.
Yep, exactly. He says, hey, it's Jerry. I'm over at the gingerbread house with Lilith. And then there's a scream and the thud of his head getting knocked in for like a minute.
Oh, God.
She should have deleted that before it went through.
Yeah, you hit pound.
Yep.
And then it says to delete this, hit 2 or something.
Yeah. She is old. Maybe she doesn't know technology.
Yeah.
But it was stupid as fuck.
It's very stupid. And like, she has the dough roller.
Yeah.
And she hits him like in the nape of the neck or upper back first.
Mm-hmm.
And then she does like one hit to the back of the head. Blood everywhere.
Everywhere.
That would take at least 4 hits. Especially if you're a fragile old woman.
Right.
But I guess she just...
I mean, she's a witch.
Yeah, she's a witch. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was a cool scene. Like
I did too. I thought it was a great scene.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I was into it, like...
Me too.
Yeah.
We go back to the dungeon. All the kids are trying to escape. Snape turns on some gas. And I fucking love these next scenes so much.
I was just going to say, this is my favorite part of the whole movie.
So fucking good.
So good.
So good.
The metaphors and shit. Oh my... Okay, please continue.
All right, so...
I will interject with comments.
It starts off with Hansel on his own in a room by himself. The lighting's green. He looks at his hand and it's covered in starlight mints. No!
It's okay, metaphor time. It's like his floor. It's like the floor of his room, the state of his life has materialized on his person.
Oh my God.
I was like, I don't know if that was planned or not, but that's deep.
Thank you.
Like,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
He starts eating all this candy off his body.
Oh my God. And then his own body.
Yes, he says, I'm fucking delicious.
Oh my God.
And he's just tearing into his arms. It's great. And then he's just sitting there and he's like contemplating it. And then he's like, yeah, I need to do this. And he starts pulling out his intestines.
Oh, that's when I had the thought, I'm like, this is a hallucination.
Right,
like at first I thought he was like going insane.
Right.
But then like with the intestines, whatever, I was like, okay, this isn't real.
I mean, if you're just chewing on yourself and thinking you're delicious, I can see how that would actually happen because you have gone insane.
Yeah.
But you're not going to pull out your own intestines.
And pull it out and then plug it into an outlet or something because he couldn't get away.
No, what I saw it is he got his intestines snagged on a nail on the wall is how I saw it.
Which, that makes way more sense.
I mean, I don't know if that's what it was.
Confused.
But,
yeah.
But oh no, I left my intestines on that nail. No. So good. Okay, so then we go to Jane, who's also hallucinating. She's crawling through something, and then she lands on the ground, rolls over, and notice there's all these like string traps everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, they're everywhere except for on the ground where she is, so she could have easily crawled out.
She could have easily crawled.
That infuriated me.
Pissed me off so much. She's like, I saw that Britney Spears Toxic video where she dances through the lasers. Now's my time to shine.
Yeah.
Where's my red wig?
Thank you.
And then, of course, we get the PTSD from the father that never approved of what a dick of a dad.
I know, right?
No wonder you got kidnapped.
She doesn't know any better. She was raised poorly.
I know.
But these string things, these string traps, in this hallucination, they're like lasers. So it turned into some like crazy ass Resident Evil scene where the guy is going through the hallway and gets cut into a grid in like little cubes, like the best part of that movie. But that's basically what this is. She loses an ear just by touching the string.
Yeah.
It's great.
I like how it would like, it like grazes her. She like touches it with her, like her cheek and then just like blood splatter.
Yes. Oh, the blood splatter was so good.
So good. And she's like, Daddy, no. Oh And then homegirl Gretel is...
got the most boring hallucination of the three.
They go through that air vent.
Yeah.
The asylum and air vents.
Oh my God. The fucking air vents. And they're always human sized, so that's really convenient.
And like the first time you see it fill up, it looks like you could walk through it.
Yeah.
And then but then you see that it's only crawlable. I'm like, oh, that's kind of like an interesting camera angle situation they did there.
Sure.
Yeah, she just crawled through, and the end, I can't even remember.
Oh wait, I don't know where you're at right now, because Gretel still has her hallucination where she's like in a fancy bed in a dilapidated room.
Oh, correct. Yes. Okay, I got a little confused, but yes, because when they turn on the gas, it turns on in that air vent.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason, okay, yeah. But yes, she's in the dilapidated room.
And she is hallucinating that Lilith is like the ghost of future past or some crap. It was like the stupidest, most boring.
Oh, God.
Hated it.
You know that actor Lilith, that was probably the most fun she had filming.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She got to be all painted up and be crazy.
Yes, that's always the most fun to do.
Yeah.
And then they are not hallucinating. They're all together and it's fine now.
It's fine.
And Jane magically has clothes on now.
Oh, yes. That's weird. That's a continuity error for sure.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, she didn't have to walk around in her underwear anymore, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then.
They're in the oven room. Snape comes in, throws Jane up against some like little whatever thingy and bashes a huge hole in her head.
Gone.
Dead instantly.
This is what I was going to say earlier,
yes.
like 4 seconds ago. I don't like the asylum giving like shitty deaths to characters that deserve better deaths.
Yes.
Yeah, just like, oh, she hits it, then Hansel's like, oh, she's dead.
That's it.
Yeah, like they should have just had her hallucination be real.
Yes.
And they open the door and they're like, well, there's diced up Julianne style Jane.
100, like if they had to pretend like that was the only room in this little city that had lasers, I still would have been all for it.
Yeah. Like that, like quick death. I'm like, no, like
no.
Yeah. But they had to get rid of a character because they're at this point, they're like, okay, got 22 minutes left of this movie. So
right. We got to wrap this up. Snape gets beat by Hansel and they escape through the oven vent, which means they had to go in the oven and then go find a vent that they could crawl through, which seems like a poor idea, but whatever. Yeah. And Snape is not dead.
No.
He will not fucking die.
Even in his death scene, not to jump too far forward.
Oh, I love it so much.
Oh my, like shoot him 3 times. But yes.
All right, so Sheriff is finally picking up his phone after getting his lunch at Burger. And he listens to the message. He's like, oh, fuck. Sheriff goes and he walks into the gingerbread house and finds pool blood. Then he finds Jerry because he follows the trail of blood because that's what you do.
All 3 feet of it.
Yep.
Like, why even bother moving the body? Like, oh, I'll just put it in my sunroom.
Yeah, at least clean up the blood if you're going to move him 3 feet away.
Yeah.
Because it's just a trail to how to find a dead deputy at that point. Now we're back to Dad and Ruby. Ruby's like, have you ever seen this place before? Dad says, I've never seen this place before. Duh, no daddies allowed.
Yeah.
We know you haven't seen that place before.
So he's a rule follower, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, no daddies allowed.
Yeah.
No fucking daddies.
No daddies
allowed.
Not in this tree.
Okay, they find the cabin, of course. They see outside, oh, there's Lilith's car, which is a VW bug from like the 70s, which I love. She's got to know where my kids are because she also knows them. That's how it works.
In a small town, yeah.
That's true.
Which, like, then ask Lilith when the kids are missing. Go to her first.
They didn't even bother.
No.
They're like searching around the VW bug and Lilith steps out of the tree and like automatically impales Dad with a pitchfork.
Oh, man.
So good. And then she chases Ruby down and slashes her throat. Dead. Aaron, he's back, and he's running for his life, and he runs into the road like a fucking idiot, and the sheriff runs him over.
Oh, God. And he's on the phone. He's like, I just hit a kid.
Whoops.
Oh, God.
The sheriff gets out, and he's like trying to like talk to the guy, and he lifts up his arm, and it's so gross because it's like broken into a million pieces. It's all floppy. Love it. They're still crawling through the vent. Yeah. Gretel and Hansel. And then they realize that Snape is following them through the vent. Mm-hmm. They finally get out of the vent, and they like go upstairs, but they're still in the basement. Yeah. What the fuck is going on with this basement?
Multi-level, yeah. They
like live in a missile silo.
There's like more square footage below ground.
Yes, absolutely.
And for a cottage built in the fucking 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
Very impressive, honestly.
Back to the sheriff. He puts on his ill-fitting hat, and he's ready for business.
Oh my God. Putting on the hat. My God. Stepping up to the plate.
Amen. Kids finally get out. They run to the car, and they get in. Gretel yells, "Oh my God, she's coming!" The windows are down. She's maybe 3 feet away from them. Maybe don't scream that.
Yeah.
And then also maybe roll up the windows.
Yeah. Way you won't be grabbed.
Right. What? That's weird. There's a really great shot where they duck down after she yells that. And then behind, it's like you just see through the window, and you see through the back window, and Lilith just slowly stands up. It's so good.
I lived for that scene. Like, so go good. Off, Lilith.
Love it so much. She grabs Gretel by the hair, and Dad comes and saves her somehow.
Yeah.
But Lilith stabs him in the gut.
Yeah. Again.
So they run away because Dad helped them get away. Yeah. They're running, and then there's a shot of them just standing there, and they're like, it's a dead end. They're outside.
They're in a forest.
There's no dead ends in a forest. Just walk around whatever is in your way.
They're rule followers. They're like, this sign. Oh my gosh. Is that also the part where like Snape throws the axe?
Yeah. Yes. And this is also where Hansel starts to drop rocks, and then they hide, and then Snape is like, "Oh, I got you now," or whatever he might be thinking because he doesn't talk. And he steps on something, and the most crazy ass Home Alone trap gets him.
Yes, Home Alone trap. That's exactly what I was gonna like. I literally thought, I go, where did they get the time to put that together?
Thank you. Are we supposed to believe that they did that in like 5 seconds?
Yeah. Or is it just like a trap that Lilith has for her escapees?
Which is possible.
But like then Snape would know about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But also, I got a note. Because this was on my notes. Snape throws the axe, misses, hits a tree. Motherfucking twins, Hansel and Gretel,
walk right past it.
Don't think to get the axe.
They're like, nah, it's cool. I've got a plan. I got a plan to build a trap in like 5 seconds. It's good.
It's fine. We don't need this axe. It's just like an aquarium of the dead with the axes. They never use an axe unless it's Vivica A. Fox.
Exactly. So of course this doesn't kill him.
No.
So he picks up the bear trap and he starts using it as a lasso.
Gosh. That's when I thought. I knew it wouldn't happen because Hansel and Gretel are the titular characters.
Of course.
But I was like, I would love to see him lasso swing that, throw it, and just go and clamp on one of their heads.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
That would have been so cool. But like, of course, that's not going to happen to the two main characters. But
it should have happened to somebody. They should have saved that for someone they could kill.
That would have been sick. Or at least like a hand.
Something.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't lose with a bear trap lasso.
No.
Am I wrong?
When have they?
Never.
Name a time. Yeah.
I can't.
I can't either. Yeah.
Bear trap lasso. He's just about to get him, and then he gets shot twice. The sheriff's there to save the day. And then Gretel's like, is he dead? And Hansel's right on it. He's like, of course not. Are you fucking stupid? Of course he's not dead. He's been shot and maimed and like, no.
This is a scary movie.
And Snape gets up and the sheriff shoots him. I had to go back and count it. He shot him 10 more fucking times.
Oh my, 10?
10 times. times. And then when he stops, he's like, who was that guy anyway?
Typical cop.
Shoot first, ask questions
Yeah,
later.
who was that guy anyway? I didn't like how he looked. Oh my God.
That made me laugh so hard.
Oh man.
They're trying to get back to the car, the sheriff's car, whatever. The sheriff's leading the way, only kind of helping the guy that's limping really hard, mostly making Gretel take care of him. And he finally gets up to the top of the hill where his car is, I guess, opening his mouth at some point because he gets an arrow straight through the mouth.
That's how he dies.
Yep.
I was like trying to remember, like, did he actually? Yeah, dude, he just yawned a little too loud. And it was Lilith.
Yeah.
Turns out she can fucking shoot a bow or shoot an arrow.
She can. She's hundreds of years old.
Honestly, that's impressive.
No, for sure.
Like, and it kind of a cool.
Yeah. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
And Gretel's like, you can't do this. We got people coming. And Lilith's like, I shot the deputy too. I was like, ooh, gross. Is that like...
I shot the sheriff.
Yeah. Gross. Hate it.
Just another one of those lines that some writer in the asylum room was like, get it? Like, so she could have... But she never even shot the sheriff. So she can't...
With an arrow, she did.
No, she hit him with a bludgeon.
The sheriff? No, she shot the sheriff with an arrow.
Well, because the song...
She killed the deputy.
Yeah, but isn't the song I Shot the Sheriff?
But I did not kill the deputy.
Is it kill? I thought it was shoot. But I didn't shoot the...
Not a fan, so I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure.
Wow, this is the Mandela effect. Where we both think reality. Okay, well, we'll Google it. I don't know. But okay, regardless though, stupid. There was a writer in there that's like, guys, I just heard this song.
This is going to kill.
This is going to kill. Pun intended.
Yes. She gets them back to her house somehow. I don't even understand how she's like getting these two adult children to her house with no problems. Mm-hmm. And she goes, do you know how old I am? No. Look at the date at the bottom of this photograph. Do you know? They don't show the date on camera at all. I was like, I would like to know how old you are. Even if it did have a date, it would not be like her birth date. What the fuck, lady?
Yeah.
Stupid Lilith.
I know. Just downhill from there.
So I also have many notes that just say, Lilith's house is tacky. I hate it so much.
It's funny. I didn't really notice that or pay attention, but...
It's so gross. It's like... Grandma really likes flowers, and so she put every sort of flower upholstery on all of her furniture.
Okay, yeah, she did.
It was gross.
Old ladies be like that, I guess.
They do be like that. So now Gretel has this crucifix in her hand, and she stabs her in the eyebrow, which is a poor choice because going down an inch would have been in the eyeball. And then you could probably stick your finger into her brain or something.
Yeah.
Easy choice.
Yeah. And if she was aiming for the eyeball but hit the eyebrow, just pull it out.
Put it back in. Because she's distracted now.
Yeah, she's got shit going on.
She's got problems.
Yeah.
So she's like, all right, let's go down to the basement again. And Hansel's like, shouldn't we have gone out the front door? No shit, dude. Why are you following her down to the basement? And she's like, I got a plan. I got a way to make this movie good.
Yeah. Crawl down into the crevasse, There was probably some sort of metaphor that they were trying to get out there. Like, you would think we'd run outside, but look how that's worked out for us every time.
Thank you.
So we're going to go into the basement because we've learned, oh my gosh, kind of a far callback, but Aaron being like, I know every bit about this house. It's like, Aaron with a Y. It's like, yeah, because you've been there for over 3 minutes. She's like, I got this now. I've lived a life down there.
Yeah. Well, it turns out she did that so she could lure Lilith down and put her in the oven and kill her in fire. And that's pretty much
Helena Bonham Carter and Sweeney Todd style. Right there.
I never saw that.
It's pretty good.
So yeah, that's the end of Lilith. She's dead.
She's gone. Was her life force attached to the house or something? Because they were like, we're going to burn her. And the house was like, we're going to fucking self-destruct.
LOL, she exploded like a lot.
Like a lot.
It was like a good few mile radiuses of a mushroom cloud when she exploded.
Yeah.
To the point where there's no way that Hansel and Gretel had enough time to get away.
Oh, absolutely not. But they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Despite Hansel being his
Limping,
foot falling off and
right.
like
stabbed multiple times.
Can sprint though, I guess.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah. I thought that scene was cool. Her like burning.
Oh, it was great.
And like the gas nozzle, I don't know if it was glowing because it was hot or if it was like glowing because it was magic. And I don't know.
I didn't notice it glowing. So.
Okay. Like it glue?
that sounds wrong.
It glowed a very like bright green, but maybe I just thought it was green. But like there's something going on with the nozzle, and then just destroyed that shitty home. Thank God.
It was great.
Yeah.
Next scene. What did it say? Sheriff something, do not cross tape all over the gingerbread house. Sheriff's dead. Who put that up?
Yeah. Crime scene still open for business.
Absolutely. Gretel is in the gingerbread house. Wow. This whole scene was just like, I have seen so many asylum movies where the ending was just like, so what the fuck? This is a terrible ending.
Mm-hmm.
And this ending made me very happy.
Would agree.
Thank you.
Yes. I thought it was, when I'm watching it, or when I was watching it, I was like, do it. Go bad.
Yes.
And she like has that idea. Did you ever see, did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hell yeah, you did. I figured you would. Because like, you're cool.
My stays, yeah.
Yeah. But like when Daenerys is like on the dragon and she like hears the bells and she's like, she gets angry all of a sudden and she's like, burn them. That was like that, where she's just like,
absolutely.
Fuck it.
So good.
Rips the caution tape off.
Also, another scene of eating a pot pie in an infuriating way. Yeah. First off, it's a savory pie and it has a ginger cookie on top of it.
That's
what the fuck is
weird.
that?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
She digs her fork into that pot pie and has the nastiest gray piece of meat I've ever seen in my life. She's into it. She used to be a vegetarian, you know, so this was a big deal for her.
She's overcome a lot. But I think like the whole point was that gray piece looked exactly like the one Lilith tried to shove in her mouth.
Oh, you're calling it back then is what you're saying.
So it was like it was signifying like her buying into the timeshare of the bakery of the gingerbread.
I gotta believe that human meat looks way tastier than that. I mean, I don't have proof, but I don't think it looks gray unless you prepare it poorly.
Yeah, gray meat. I mean, you said it, like cooked in very like just non-flavored water, and it gets that weird color. Yeah,
gross.
Yeah, super gross.
And those pot pies are world famous, apparently.
Yeah.
How can they be? They look disgusting.
They look disgusting. And if it's a world famous like bakery, if it's a crime scene, it should be on the news. Should not be open. I guess. Well, the two good cops. Yeah. Now they're out of business because they're dead.
That means there's no law in that.
It's a lawless county.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Which makes sense how it's set up for a sequel, I guess. But
oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the sequel.
Oh, dude, me too. She just dips it in, looks at it, and she's like,
fuck you.
That'll do. Shoves it in there. Great ending.
I loved the ending so much. I mean, it wasn't a surprise that was going to happen at all. Yeah. But I still loved it.
Not a surprise in the sense of when it was happening for me. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that ending coming until it happened.
Yeah. She was pretty much against it the whole time.
Yeah. So I guess that's what made it cool.
I also knew that there was a sequel, so I figured that would happen.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't find out until this morning. I like when I was driving here, I'm like, I can't wait to tell her about the sequel, even though I know she knows.
Oh, silly boy.
Yeah. So,
Nate, do you have a better title for this movie?
I do.
Oh, do tell.
I think so, actually. And I thought of it, funny enough, on my way here. Oh. Because I knew that you were going to ask. So when you texted me about it, it was like not a surprise. Yeah. But I was really, really ruminating for a long time. And also, I do have a question for you, as you know in the text. But so I'm thinking Hansel and Gretel, her beginning. Bum, bum,
Oh,
bum.
that's nice.
I thought that was pretty good.
That's nice.
Because the entire time you're watching it being like, but it's already begun. And then you're like, wait a minute, Gretel.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you?
I got 2.
Ooh.
Dee Wallace deserves better. And No Daddies Allowed.
No Daddies Allowed. Wait, would it be Hansel and Gretel, No Daddies Allowed? Or just No Daddies Allowed?
No, I mean, you got to put Hansel and Gretel in there somehow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, there's all these Hansel and Gretel films. There's also Gretel and Hansel.
Yes.
So to find this one, it was like the actual title
Yeah.
is Hansel and Gretel in parentheses video 2013. And the 2 IMDb trivia facts.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the least funny one first. Also, I mean, hopefully you know these people's names because I don't know.
No.
But first trivia is, well, Dee Wallace, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Dee Wallace, M. Stephen Felty, and Trish Corin. I don't know who those
I don't know
are.
who those other people.
Yeah, but previously worked together on Boo, in parentheses, 2005.
Okay.
So I guess maybe that's an asylum movie called Boo.
I don't think it's an asylum movie, but I'm sure it's not great.
But the other trivia is there were 2 other Hansel and Gretel movies released the same year.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That, my friend, is what we call a mockbuster.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, so
Yeah.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite death?
Sheriff had an amazing death. He's just standing around, hanging out, arrow through the head.
Yeah, through the mouth.
Through the freaking mouth.
Wait, did it go through his mouth or did it go through his head and come out?
No, it went through his mouth and out
More
the back.
impressive. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, that was the only death that, well, aside from Jane's death, took me by surprise.
Yes, absolutely.
But I was happy with that surprise versus Jane's death, where I was like, ugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree. But also, it might be a tie with Aaron because he tried so fucking hard.
He really did. He should have probably lived.
Yes, and then the sheriff fucking ran him over.
You think, oh, I'm shot in the back. What could get worse? My favorite death. This might be like a cop out. No pun intended there because that's nothing to do with the cop. But because it wasn't actually a death, though I wish it was, which was Jane's hallucinated death.
That was good.
I thought that was really cool. And I knew it was going to happen to him. Like she was going to walk forward through those fuckers.
Yeah. And the blood splatter everywhere. Yeah. It was great. And it sounded really great.
So great.
It was really good.
So yeah, I liked it. Wish it actually happened, but also call it my favorite death because I liked it the most.
It was a good one.
But the arrow, that's a close second. That one's good. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite line from this movie?
I do.
Do tell.
Yes. So, and I love that you asked me that because I like wrote it down.
Nice.
And it's said by Hansel. And he says, "I'll feel a lot better when I'm pumped full of drugs in a hospital bed." And I heard that. I was like, oh, same. I just like that where she's like, "Are you okay?" I don't even know what she said before. Like, how do you feel? Are you okay? I'll feel a lot better when I'm in a hospital full of drugs in a hospital bed. I'm like, wouldn't we all?
Legit.
So great. And then I guess I have a runner-up because I wrote a few.
There were a lot of good lines in this movie.
But yeah, I guess my runner-up is I watch a lot of TV.
You just liked Hansel. Yeah, it's fine.
He's a hottie. Hansel, so hot right now.
My favorite line, hands down. Who was that guy anyway?
That's what I think every time I see an asylum film.
Yeah.
Who was that guy anyway?
Looks familiar. Could be a dupe for somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed this movie. And though I love talking about it on the podcast, it was almost kind of hard to really pick it apart.
Yes. Oh, no. That's always the hardest time when you really enjoy a movie and try and talk about it. Because, I mean, they're fun as hell.
They're so much fun.
Oh, this movie was great.
I now like enjoy asylum films. It took 3, but now I'm like, I'll watch them. Hell yeah.
I mean, they're not all great, but they're all entertaining in their own way.
Yes, which is like
Like my children.
Like your children. They're not all great, but they're all well, okay, I'll ask you a question that I asked in the last podcast that I was on, which was if any of the characters in this film were gay, which one would it be?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Lilith because I think she was gay in the Bible, and maybe it is that Lilith. Maybe she's the Lilith from the Bible. Even if she's not, she doesn't like men. She doesn't.
She never talked about a husband.
Nope.
She just had a guy to inseminate her.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep. She doesn't need a man.
No, she doesn't.
Who does?
That is a very good point. Yeah, I'll agree with you. Yeah, Lilith was definitely like a.
Did you have a different answer?
I mean, probably hot cop. But maybe that's just like me wanting to relive a fantasy or something. But I mean, he looked like a gay porn parody cop. I don't know what else to tell you.
And that makes sense. You were going for the aesthetic, and I was going for the deeper dive of the emotional and mental well-being of someone who does not need a man.
Yeah. Well, and we're talking about, a deep dive into emotions. That's lesbians all the way. Gay men, no way.
No, you just want a hot cop.
Yeah, that's it. They don't have to have anything else. So, but yeah, Lilith, definitely gay. Definitely queer.
For sure.
So, I mean, look, she was crushing so hard on Gretel.
Oh my God.
Willing to give her everything.
Thank you.
Maybe working together for a few months, maybe a year tops, 2 years.
I mean, they had a weird, mommy-daughter thing going on, but still totally there.
Yeah. Watched her when she slept.
Ugh, gross.
I'll say.
So, Nate, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
So think about it on my way here. This is my public proclamation of I'm going to start fucking doing comedy again. Jesus Christ. I've taken so much time off and I'm like,
it's been rough.
I know, but I got to do it. That's why I moved here. So hopefully next time on this podcast, I'll have some things to say, but
cool.
Yeah, no, nothing big yet.
If you need someone to tag along to open mics, let me know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's like how we got our start.
I know.
Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, if you're listening, I would like you to keep listening, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm interrupting you.
No,
Continue.
you're not. I have got nothing to say.
Okay. Well, love the new artwork for
Isn't
the podcast.
It nice?
So
I love
good.
It so much.
So good. And you got the IMDb page. I wrote you that review. I gave you a little rating. I was like, gotta do it. Gotta support your friends. But yeah, the artwork is good. I know it's been around for a few weeks now, but
yeah, it's real good. It was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, absolutely loved it. You just walking away in that badass jumpsuit, romper, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, love the artwork. Love the IMDb page.
I'm
excited to.
I've been putting a lot of work into a lot of dumb stuff.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Is there like an asylum Facebook group?
Are you kidding me? Of course there is.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
what?
You better be like posting your podcast on that shit.
Oh my God. Who do you think I fucking am? I've got fucking IMDb, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, a Linktree. I got everything.
Do you have Stitcher?
Well, it's on Stitcher, yeah. That's what I listen to it on. Because I have to listen to it every day because I'm just kidding. I never listen to it.
I would listen to your episodes, but then I'm like, well, I should probably watch the video first, the movie first.
Oh, right.
But it is kind of fun to listen to it without seeing it because then I like you guys get to paint the picture for me.
Yes, it's like an audiobook.
Yes. So, yeah, thank you for having me on.
Nate, it is always a pleasure.
Yes.
So glad to see you.
So good to see you too. Next one, if we want to do the sequel, great. But we could also do another movie and then the sequel,
I am open to whatever you want to do, but I need to see the sequel at some point.
Oh, absolutely. If it's free on YouTube, great.
I mean, honestly, I rented it because I can't deal with the commercials.
Yeah. Which actually I wanted to note on. I totally forgot. And I want to say this. We love asylum tropes. The most known one apparently is quiet as fuck dialogue and then having to turn it down during the action scenes.
Yeah.
And having YouTube commercials only like 9 seconds long was just the worst because I'd like turn it up and then all of a sudden it'd be like, Captain Morgan, party your fucking face off. And I'm just like, Jesus. So that definitely happened during this one. But
this was a great watch.
I truly enjoyed myself.
Me too.
So If the sequel is bad,
I don't care.
Great. We can pick it apart.
Exactly.
But if it's anything like the first one, great.
We can watch a good movie.
Watch a good movie. Yeah. So I guess we'll see.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Nate, for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, everyone, to listen. And till next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yay, Nate said goodbye.
Yeah. Do I take the headphones off now? Or?
No, you have to keep them on till we leave. No, just kidding. You can go. Thanks for joining us this week on the Asylum Case Studies. Special thanks to Nate Todd and a very handsome and talented Andy Slater, our mixer and engineer extraordinaire. Make sure to visit us at asylumpod.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitchers, or whatever, so you'll never miss a case study. While you're at it, if you found any bit of enjoyment in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Unless you're going to be